It's the second ranking game of semi-final Friday in the 2025 Asia Pacific Women's Lacrosse Championship featuring New Zealand and China. The winner of this match will face Hong Kong, China in the 5th versus 6th game tomorrow, while the other team will play Korea in the 7th versus 8th match. Please welcome our match officials. Please welcome New Zealand. Please welcome China! If you are physically able, please be upstanding and remove your hat for the playing of the national anthems. The opportunity to play for 5th spot is up for grabs. Best of luck to New Zealand. Best of luck to China.
And thanks again to Jason Bennett, our MC here at the Sunshine Coast Stadium. It is ranking game number 2. It is New Zealand up against China. And the rankings have happened here in the commentary box and just gone up a couple of rankings. Michelle Davies, welcome.
Thank you. Good to be back for this next ranking game.
It is indeed. The rankings here and our MVP are looking a little wild, but we've gone early with those, so we'll let you know what we think pre-game. We thought we'd up it a bit. Pete Greenhouse in there taking all the stats that matter. We'll hear from him at quarter, half and three-quarter time. And our crew here with the Australian Lacrosse Network, Timmy D down on the boundary, Mr. Spielberg up there, Christian Leray and Scotty Gill in the background here, who's just getting sick of my singing as the anthems go on. But I'm going to nail them all by the time we finish. And the man who's playing those anthems, Jeff, is here. He's doing a great job as well. So welcome here, live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network and through World Lacrosse TV. The two teams have just tossing the coin at the moment. And for New Zealand, Michelle, what's your thoughts? We've seen these teams now for 4 days.
Yeah, we have seen them, and I think the dominance of Brooke Bolstead will drive New Zealand forward in their attacking half.
And who is your MVP pick today?
Yeah, I'm going for Brooke early.
I mean, there we go.
Yeah, the challenge has been set, hasn't it? I'm leading by 2, so...
so Tony's doing anything to get back into the game.
To upset me, so...
And who else?
Taylor Jakeman has been prolific down in that bottom right-hand corner shooter position, so I'm looking for her to really step up today as well.
And I may have taken her pre-game, so I'm on Jakeman, and I think Pete's on the goalie in Josie Cox. So
Josie Cox has had a great week and been consistent in all the games, but we've seen a lot of rotations of goalkeepers. So, but I'm sure Josie will be dominant in there.
And what about on the Chinese side? A big red card yesterday from one of their superstars gets the suit up today. They'll be glad to have her back.
Yeah, Michelle Zai, number 4, has been their key attacker and their most dominant forward. And we saw really in that game, once they lost her through sort of 2 yellow cards, or a yellow then red, that was a big loss for them. So Lauren Lamb's also been strong, number 8. And when they lost Zai, we thought they needed someone to step up, and that was Charlotte Sawecki. So number 19, she's really come into her own as this tournament's gone on. Yeah,
Sawecki really did stand up. That void left by Zai yesterday, and Sawecki seemed to be everywhere, and her name was getting called a lot. So, but this game is very important. The winner of this game goes on to play the 5-6 playoff tomorrow. Loser will go to play 7 and 8. And potentially could, if you lose this game and end up in that pool, there is an opportunity coming up that there may be a second division in the World Championships. So
yeah, international ranking's really, really important, particularly if they're looking for that development opportunity for the second pool at a World Championships. So
as the ball is sent out into the middle there. And we will start to look at this game. Very important ranking game. And ball goes in the Stenner. We've got Bolstad in there up against Jingpeng. And Bolstad might be a break, is it? And going to go the way of China. So Brooke Bolstad, a little confused there. But Jingpeng says, I'm going to take the ball. And we'll have to come and set up. We saw China, they go backwards a lot, but they're now starting to look forward a bit more earlier in the week. They were very much heading backwards, and look at the pressure being put on there. MVP yesterday was Nikki Fordyce, day before yesterday. We had a break yesterday. And the ball comes down here for New Zealand. Mowat looks to go inside, gets on her left, puts the ball opposite side now, down the back, little 1-2, and we saw this in the game before, and Kita Perry getting the first for New Zealand. A little 1-2. Seems to be working a treat out here today, the 1-2.
Yeah, she worked really well there with Jakeman just to maintain position there. Defenders getting caught out on which way they were going to take. So lovely feed from Taylor Jakeman from behind.
Continuing to do what she has done and rack up assists in this tournament.
Yeah, she controls the ball behind the goal, so making the defenders turn.
And Brooke Bolstad goes back into the centre up against Jing Peng. The last one was a break. It went the way of China. This time wasn't much better, but allowed to play on. And we see Unsworth. She's been very good too. Really started to come into her own in the last couple of games. And Unsworth down there to Jakeman.
Yeah, Unsworth is really unselfish and does a lot of work off the ball to create space and lanes for New Zealand players to drive through.
She is, as she just receives the ball back there. And back to the goal scorer there in Perry. And Jakeman again looking to bring others into the play. Back to Perry. Looking to set a little two-man game down there. No, comes up to Unsworth. Ball over to Mowat. Mowat, she's had a bit of the ball and looked like she wants to get in on the cage today, Alana Mowat. Every time she's had the ball, she's really been aggressive into that 15-metre arc. Yeah,
we saw her come out with some late goals yesterday, so I think she'll be coming into this game with confidence.
Oh, Mowat gets off the ground, gets off that arc, very, very quickly. And Alana Mowat put about 2 metres on her Chinese defenders and found that one very easy in the back of the net.
Yeah, they were slow to get defensive pressure on there, and Alana Mott just making the most of it.
So 2-0 early here, New Zealand. China without a offensive set yet. They'll be looking to win the ball out of the centre. And we see Archer coming into the centre for New Zealand. Up against Jen Peng again. So Archer was very good in the centre as well over the last couple of matches. Really did bring him back into the game against Chinese Taipei and started that momentum for that game.
Yeah, she was strong in the centre draws, but then really went down and had a lot of offensive options.
So ball comes out, Archer to win the ball, just leaves it behind and leaves it for a teammate in there in Anya Coas. Goes back to Cox. Josie Cox kicks that out there to Danny Hadwin. And ball moved up here through Lily Fu. Fu at the 15-metre arc just gets held up. Down the outer side here, Anya Coos finds down to Jakeman. Jakeman on the bottom corner. This is where she does her best work, but runs straight in. The good defense there, but goes again. Jakeman steps inside, fires, and that's just almost hooked in the stick, that one. And Jakeman, no damage done with the possession as Perry picks the ball up. Great cut there from Coas and puts one away. And New Zealand, these cutting goals and doing it easily at the moment here against the China defence.
Yeah, great pick here set by Jakeman. You can see her moving up to the top, sets a pick, and Coas coming off that with a lot of space. Defenders have to talk on those picks. You've got to work out which, can you drive through or do you have to swap? So it relies on really good defensive communication.
It's those little 1%ers, isn't it? Those little picks, little cuts through that create space that the coaches see, but everyone sees the scoreboard, but it's...
Yeah, Jakeman created that, so great work from her.
And Archer back into the centre. So New Zealand 3-0 here, about 9.5 to go in the first term. And just starting to assert some dominance here. Oh, that's a great take there from the goal scorer in Coas. And that wasn't great, but great. Still follows up there, Coas, and picks the ball up and gives it to New Zealand in their offence. Great work there from Anya.
Yeah, Anya Koss just following up multiple efforts, and that's what you want to see as a coach.
So out to Archer. We've seen Archer drive on this sweep. Unsworth. Now Unsworth will cut through. There's the space being opened up. Archer steps inside and free space called there. You could see that coming a long way away. Looking for that right-handed sweep. The two attackers just running through the crease to open up that right-hand side.
Yeah, and well done by Olivia Archer to pull that shot at the end. Otherwise, yeah, that was a
It was
dangerous,
a dangerous shot.
dangerous position to be in from a defence point of view there.
So free space had here. Archer, goal scorer on Wednesday, gets in. Oh, great pickup from Unsworth. That was a great follow-up from Unsworth.
Yeah, good support, good defence on the free shot, and Unsworth came in to back that up with a great ground ball.
Jakeman, ball up to Coers, just working this line. That's offside because the foot was over, so that's going to have to be, unfortunately, you can't put your foot over there. Now they are offside. So, and the coach is just confusing the players a little bit here with who they want in the defence. Unsworth looks inside. Great take from Kurz, and she will end up with the ball top centre here. As New Zealand with another opportunity. We've already seen her once. China really have to get in and defend here. And Nikois looks inside. Down to Jakeman, and there's going to be. Oh, I thought he was reaching then, but just a check called, an illegal check.
And Yukoa's here been very dominant in this patch of play.
Has Unsworth to her right, who now sticks it in her left hand. Jakeman there on the corner, but free space called again there for China, and New Zealand through Archer will have the ball again with another opportunity from this 15-metre mark.
China just trying to get extra numbers into defence.
Trailer coming. Gets down Archer. Archer, good save there from the keeper. That's right on the line. She has just stopped it with the chest. The ball's rolling back. Stopped it dead just at the line.
Making sure that one didn't roll back in. So great save there.
Jodie Chu. And here we go. Michelle Zai got a yellow-red yesterday, very early in the game, and they really did miss her. And she is one of their major playmakers, as is this lady, Lauren Lamb. And Lamb and Zai looking to work together. Space.
Number 3, Wyan's way open in that in front of the goal, but they just haven't seen her.
And I think that's the thing, though. That, again, these are learning opportunities for nations when they come and play, you know, some of the better nations in the world. So Lamb, she's quick off the mark. Lamb steps in, good save from Cox. But great pick up there and followed up with the ball down the back. Oh, and a little sneaky one there from Jen Peng. Hang on. Is that Jen Peng? No, take that back. That is Sawecki. So Charlotte Sawecki with that goal. We should have known on that left-hand bottom corner, Sawecki. She doesn't need much room. And the number 19 from China gets her first after a bag full of 3 yesterday.
Yeah, it was well picked up from Peng and got the ball down low to Sawecki. And we did see her take some of those tight angle shots really well yesterday. So nice to hit the scoreboard for China.
Yeah, she got too late in that last game they played, right on that point where there was no angle whatsoever. So Sawecki with the goal. And a well-needed one for China. New Zealand 3, China 1. New Zealand in the middle. Good pick up from Mowat. Alana Mowat works the ball into offense and gets the ball back. Mowat just with about 5 red shirts on her. Oh, look at the cut in the middle. Looked inside, and that is going to be some free space.
Yeah, we've seen New Zealand use their bench really well. So after the centre possession is taken, they sub off a defender, get an extra attacker on, and that late cut is hard to catches the defence out.
So Lily Fu with the ball gets inside. Oh, good check there from Fu, I should say, but deemed to be too close to the head there by the official. I thought that was a pretty good check.
Yeah, unlucky Lauren Lamb there, because I thought she waited till that stick came out for the shot, and
I won't lie, the coaching staff for China are also in our effects mic saying that was a good check. Don't worry about it. Lily Fu again with the ball. Looks inside, another opportunity, and Fu gets her first goal on the second opportunity there.
yeah, she's timing it off nicely. She's coming off the bench each time and making nice cuts. So from a free shot opportunity this time, but protects her stick and lets it go early. We've seen that bounce shot work quite a number of times too.
Just about to say that bounce shot, even on the surface with as much water as we had yesterday, still has plenty of ping in it when it hits the deck.
Yeah, the surface and the stadium and the conditions here are just fantastic.
They're awful, aren't they, Michelle? Sitting up here in this beautiful commentary box, overlooking this pristine ground. We hope you're enjoying the coverage on the Australian Lacrosse Network. Great camera footage here from Christian O'Reilly. Ball dead. Oh, that's going to... Oh, I was going to say, if that's picked up, but we see the goalie come out, take the ball. Chu, under pressure, throws it back into the cage. Now she's got 5 seconds to bring that ball out, but decides to move it on quicker than that to Cheng Lin. And Lin gets a lot of pressure, but the ball will turn over, and Fordyce will have to go behind Lin here. And she might catch up with her again if she's not careful. Well, that... She sort of brought the stick across herself then and lost the ball in as that came. Didn't think the check got that close.
It was almost a pass to Michelle Zai.
It was.
Anyway, so...
but Lynn with the ball, and that one hung it out, and that one is going to turn over. And Hadwin finds herself into offense. Bolstad has ball in hand, will drive, does drive, looks over, great pass, good save. No, that one's gone in. So on the outer side there again, Kia to Perry getting 2 on the board.
Yeah, that one just rolled over the line. Initial save made, but just snuck through on the inside. Bolstead, great look and pass.
Oh, did too, didn't it?
Just watching on the replay.
Just watching on the replay. I'm looking at the ball outside there, but just sort of come up, hit her in the upper leg, bounced just inside the cage, a little bit of spin, rolls back out. Good officiating there, right on that
she was
goal
right on the
unextended. So Perry gets her second. And ball to the centre draw. Ball is won there by Lamb. Lamb, good hold there with that check from on Lamb from Archer. China under a little bit of pressure. Yi Wei Ling Ray.
Great support from Michelle Zai there, just helping her teammate out close on that boundary line.
And that is quarter time. Snuck up on us a little bit. China probably glad to just go in and have a little bit of a chat about what happened in the first quarter. But it is 4-1 here, the way of New Zealand over China. Winner of this game goes on to play the 5-6 game. Loser will go and, yeah, we'll end up in the 7-8 game. So it is an interesting start to the game. And the stats that matter. Mr. Peter Greenhow.
Yes, well, New Zealand come out of the blocks there and really put a couple away. Perry's got 2, Mowat with 1, Kai's with 1 and Lily Fu with 1. For China, they've got really against Goldie's haven't really had too much draws are even quite even. New Zealand has 4 possessions for the New Zealand had that early one, but yeah, it's all New Zealand that really make it better
Build it. It's a black for 3! 1, 2, 3! It's a black!
As we thank Peter Greenhouse. It's been complete at half-time. Sun just starts to come out here at the Sunshine Coast Stadium. Maybe that's why they call it Sunshine Coast Stadium, as it just got a little bit brighter out there at the moment.
Yeah, we've been lucky with the weather up here this week, haven't we?
Well, we had the day off yesterday, and it was probably the worst day for rain and overcast and a bit of lightning and everything that's going on. And so that was the rest day. Perfect day, freshen up the ground, come back, Lacrosse is on, and the Creator is shining on us.
It certainly is. We can see China just putting an extra defender back on these centre draws to stop that fast break opportunity for New Zealand.
So New Zealand currently leading 5-1. We hope you're enjoying our coverage on the Australian Lacrosse Network. But New Zealand, they're enjoying the centre draw at the moment as Clark and Rush gets into the offensive end. Great centre draw straight to the midfielder.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can see New Zealand really utilising their bench here. So making sure that everybody's getting an opportunity, getting a touch. And
So Georgia, Clark and Rush, top centre, as she rushes towards the cage. Rush took a bit of pressure, but then locked and loaded, stuck it in the back of the net. Great goal there from Clark and Rush.
yeah, I thought the Chinese defender got a stick on that and may have helped it along its way.
Got a big piece of it there. Oh, unlucky. Did really get a piece of that Jing Peng, but the strength of the carry there from Clark and Rush.
Yeah, and rewarded for her effort at the centre draw. That was great centre possession.
So New Zealand, 6-1 now. And started the quarter perfectly. Ball again, that one's gone over the head. Oh, Hadwin. Sorry, that's Barker. Picks the ball up. The 8 and the 3 look very similar, and they've both got the pony. And but ball coming down here through Perry. She's already got 2 today. Ball comes up to Archer. Oh no, Unsworth. Sorry, that was Coys that threw that. And back to Perry. Perry. Over to Unsworth.
They're playing really patient offence here, New Zealand.
And Unsworth comes down the side. Good work there from Michelle Zai, but dropped her stick while she was trying to check that player.
Yeah, just trying to get in and delay Unsworth on that drive.
Now this has left, that's not who you want to leave open on the bottom corner. We see Taylor Jakeman on this bottom corner. Gets to go in. Jakeman looks in. Oh, it's just feeding her teammates is Jakeman, and Archer fires that one to the left of the right-hand post.
Yeah, really unselfish play there by Jakeman. You'd want to have a defender down there, I'd say.
I would say you definitely want a defender down there. Archer finds Jakeman now. Over to Fordyce. Fordyce was outstanding in the last game. Jakeman cuts. Plenty of movement down here from the, and just runs around the corner, tries to get through. And that could almost be free space. Oh, gets one right across the head. And we're going to have a card here as Jakeman wore one right across the goggles there.
Yeah, just a bit of stick chasing by the Chinese defence there. You've got to get body position and you've got to get your stick right on their hip and force them wide. You can't get sucked in by chasing their stick.
And Chen Li with that yellow card. Jakeman looking for the 1-2. Not available. Good cut there from Unsworth. Fordyce with the ball. Oh, Jakeman opens up and gets inside, but free space call. Looked like she was going to step around that player. And
Thought she was going to take that dodge.
That whole goal in front of her. So Jakeman has Archer on the bottom corner. And, oh, good save. But, sorry, that was Kui's on the bottom corner. And goes high, and the goalie goes, well, that's where my stick already was. Oh, needs to be careful and watch where things are going here. And ball checked out. Still with the goalie. Still with the goalie. Needs to find an outlet. And we're going to have a card here, are we? It looks like there's a card coming here for across the goalie. And that is going on Katie Perry.
Yeah, we've seen them call those slashes quite often during this tournament. So doesn't have to connect to be a card.
So they are even numbered now as both teams are in a penalty situation. China going backwards.
Yeah, an opportunity now to really move the ball and get up into an attacking zone with less people down there, more space.
And Zai, she makes her own space and just pulls it up, kicks it over to her teammate in Lamb. Lamb trying to just create a little bit of turmoil down there with her feet. And that's a good defensive check there. And gets a push for her troubles. And the ball will be run out.
Yeah, great work by Piper Russell. I think Lamb just trying to get set and Russell managed to get her stick on it.
Unsworth to Jakeman. And we've got free space. And Jakeman will take the ball up the top. I couldn't pick with Jakeman if she's going to shoot or pass because she does try and give a lot of assists.
Yeah, she does. And she's also able to, look after her stick really well as well. So she's got good options.
So possession shot here maybe. Jakeman steps inside, fires, and another good save there from the keeper. But two players have collided here, and that might be, is that an ankle? Might have just stepped on an ankle there. So just looking here, that is Ling Ray Yue. So Ling Ray gets up and just might have stepped on a foot there. And definitely a right foot. We hope she is okay.
Yeah, she looks in a lot of discomfort there and not able to put much pressure.
She said it's the ankle. You know what I'd be doing? I'd be sitting down going, someone carry me off. And they'd all be going, not at your weight, sir. So as the crowd just gives her some appreciation there. We don't like to see any of our athletes injured. And that she's going to sit down in front of us. And look at her teammates around her. There is about 6 of her teammates just get around her. So great to see.
Making sure she's all right down there.
The shoe will come off and some ice put on that as Michelle Zai brings the ball into offense. Jing Peng, so they're in a man-up situation here now as the penalty had been released. China, Zhang looks for Lamb. So they've got to be a free player, and that free player is sitting down behind goal line extended at the moment. So they're in a man-up situation, and they've got 3 players actually sitting behind goal line extended, allowing New Zealand to be effectively man up in front of him.
Yeah, Rutherford doing a great job defensively to guard 2 players.
As the Rutherford just getting away and ball gets knocked out of Zawecki's stick. And coming up the other way again there. Another dispossession there from Piper Russell. That's 2 turnovers for Russell.
2 forced turnovers from Russell, so he's doing well.
Looks inside. Jakeman pops one away. That's a great take, but what a great feed there. Just took it out in front of her and almost sort of had to step back, rotate around and pop it away.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of love going down there to Piper Russell just to acknowledge that turnover.
What about this pass from Mowat? That is a good pass for on Alana Mowat.
Yeah, she saw the stick from Jakeman and no hesitation, just put it up there in the zone and gave her the opportunity to take that really high out of the reach of the Chinese defence.
And speaking of opportunities, China have taken an opportunity to have a timeout here. A 7-1 game at the moment. And Jakeman gets her first, so a couple of points for Jakeman.
Yeah, and they'll have things that they want to work on here, China, just as they're continuing to enjoy this international competition, and they'll have the things that they want to come out of this game. So they're still finding positives. While they're not hitting the scoreboard, they've still got things that they want to focus on and work on, and I think defensive communication is certainly going to be one of those. So
it is indeed. You can see the coach there, just fairly animated actually. He looks like a very passionate coach, and they are just getting plenty of water on board. It must be quite warm out there. We walked out there earlier to have a look at the surface. The sun sort of came out a little bit. We thought it was nice because there's some sunshine.
yeah, that was my cue to come back inside.
As Bolstad heads to the centre, draw stripe for New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand really rotating their bench and getting everybody on and everyone an opportunity, and also resting up some of their players, I guess, because there's another big game to go.
There is indeed. And Zheng Peng for China goes in to join Bolstad. Zion Archer sitting goal side for New Zealand. As it gets set, Bolstad. That one goes the way of China. Zawecki looks to pick the ball up. Can't quite pick the ball up. Ball still to be won on the ground. And it is won now by Riken to Blizzo, who's been doing a good job for New Zealand in the defence all week. Cox wanting the ball.
Yeah, there's a few players open here, so switch the field of play.
Finds Rutherford, and now they can present forward. That has missed Bolstad. Bolstad coming through. Ball hits the deck. Under pressure, though. Plenty of white jerseys. As the ball comes back to the keeper. And it's good to see China early on in the week were going back very slowly. Good pace here. Down through the middle. And Cheng Li just turned it on a little there. Ball gets turned over, though. Goes back to Zheng Peng. And Lauren Lamb has it now. So Lamb over to Cindy Zhai.
Just getting set up here, China. Balancing up their attack.
Lamb up against Rutherford. That's a good matchup. As we see Queena Yuan.
We can see Archer in the middle not giving Michelle Zai any space.
And Michelle Zai says, well, I can't get any space in here.
So
let's drag out the back and I'm going to attack you. But that has missed. And there's some offsides going on there. That'll go back to China. As Fordyce just ran over the line. It's great vantage point up here in the commentary box for those line infringements. Ball with Cindy Jai. Looks over, finds Lamb.
Yeah, there's some pressure being applied there by New Zealand.
Getting roasted, she was. And ball coming down the other way. Bertram hasn't had much of the ball. Back there to Jakeman. Jakeman over to Fordyce. Bolstad to Lily Fu. Bertram and Jakeman just saying, let's just, how about you guys go up there and get out of my X position so I can just feed the ball. As Bertram throws a pass that maybe didn't quite connect. Needs to keep the ball moving. Does. There's another one over. Archer just throwing the ball forward and Hadwin there. Danny Hadwin says, I'll mop it up for you guys.
Yeah, nice recovery there from New Zealand.
And Jakeman one-on-one here. This is the ones that she likes. She doesn't mind that little inside roll.
You can see why she's told them her teammates to get out of the way.
Yeah, and Lily Fu says, do you want it back? But Jakeman just turning her as the comes up the top. Bolstad, I thought she was going in then. Down to Fordyce.
Yeah, clearly trying to set something up here, New Zealand.
So Fordyce. She's kicked it to Jakeman. Jakeman back to Fordyce. Movement, great. That's a very, very good play by New Zealand to find Bertram. And that was a set play, most definitely.
Yeah, you could see New Zealand patiently trying to set something up, and those diagonal cuts are really hard to stop when you've drawn your defender.
So Bertram just getting open into the middle, and those backside defenders not closing that space down quick enough.
Yeah, we've talked about it a number of times, really, your defensive setup position and being able to see your player and see the ball so that when they do cut, you know, getting a stick on them, and she should have been able to feel Bertram then just stepping off. Great diagonal cut, though. She went at pace, and the pass was right out in front.
On the money, so to speak. Centre draw time. That looks like Perry in there, is it? For New Zealand. Oh no, that's Coys. So Coys in there, up against Peng. And that'll be a centre draw. New Zealand comfortably out at the moment. 2 minutes 45 left in the second term. And Peng up against Coys. Ball fired out the back. Ball 2v1. Zai just trying to mess up a few things in there, but Anya gets the ball, picks it up, finds Hadwin. Hadwin just running circles and getting away from her opponents. And now the switch comes. Over to Barker. Barker will find Russell. Russell says, I've done my work. I will come into the defensive end. Okay, attackers, go about your work.
They've been really unselfish in that way, the New Zealand team, rotating their subs, rotating from the bench, crossing over the restraining line.
Unsworth goes to go at pace, finds Mowat. Mowat steps inside, keeps stepping inside, and that was unlucky because she found Anya Coys on that bottom corner, just ready to shoot that ball.
Yeah, that was a great inside feed. The whistle just beat them.
So again, Mowat steps down. Good unselfish play. Good knockdown. Ball though, picked up by Jakeman. And keeper comes out, so she needs to win this ball, the keeper. And they need to be careful not to give away the penalties on these. And good just stick in lane. There's a knockdown. Jakeman, great knockdown. Back up the top to Bertram. Bertram looks to get towards the cage. Good little knockdown there from Jakeman.
Yeah, great work from Jakeman and good pressure. I thought the goalie did well to come out and then hustle that, but needed a bit more support.
So Bertram has one. Look at the goalie. She's come off her line a long way. And it looks back up. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. And ball fired top shelf. Goalie not able to get to that one. And Anya Coyers gets another one. That's 2 for her for the day.
Yeah, that's a fantastic shot right up in the top corner. She had a lot of space and time, and you cannot give players that time.
Tell you what, didn't realise how good that was. Looking at the replay, just go ping, ping up top shelf. And there's not much that you can do when they're hitting corners like that. As the half-time whistle goes, it is all New Zealand here in this game. And currently 9-1 New Zealand.
Yeah, we've seen the New Zealand dominance there, and Anya Coas was unlucky not to get a nice one-on-one with the keeper earlier in that play, but certainly made the most of that one.
Well, it took about 20 seconds for her to get the ball back. She was wide open on that right-hand corner, but then guys just ripping some twine up the top net, and it is all New Zealand. And to tell us why it is all New Zealand, we've got Peter Greenhouse.
I think China could be in a better position. Jinpeng is actually winning a lot of the draw control, but like we've said many times, it's not always about the control from the draw. You've got to win that possession. And New Zealand has done that. They got all of the possession from centre draws in that quarter. And when you score 4 goals to none, that's a big reason why. Goal scorers for the half, we got Bri Bertram with 1, Perry with 2, Taylor Jakeman with 1 and 1. Nikki Fordyce got 2 nice assists. Alana Mowat with 1 goal, 1 assist. Anya Coes with 2 goals. Lily Fu with a goal. Georgia Clark and Rush with a goal. And once again, New Zealand score a whole ton of goals with a whole ton of goal scorers. So really good job by New Zealand. Just the 1 goal for China, Charlotte Sawicki. But yeah, the big thing for me is China, while they're controlling that centre draw, they're not winning the possession.
Yep, and if it is a pivotal spot in the women's game, if you don't win it out of the centre draw, you are not playing offence most times. And if you're not playing offence in the women's game, you're probably going to be on the back end of it.
Just one thing, Piper Russell, New Zealand defender, great work causing a turnover, running the ball down, and that's ended up in a goal. So great work to Piper Russell, trying to, get the defenders some
love,
air time,
bit of love.
Yeah, yep. So that was one thing I noticed.
We
so
actually
well
mentioned her
Russell.
twice with that. She had 2 occasions where the one down the back was amazing, the little check, and put the ball to ground, and had another one up just in the restraining line here. So those 1%ers that coaches see and they love, and that has brought the New Zealand into offence. So, but China are going to have to talk about the offensive end as we are at the halftime break here in the Sunshine Coast Stadium. You are live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We might just have a quick 5-minute break, and we will be back very, very soon with second half action in this game.
That's it low. Yeah, okay, high low.
As the two teams go about their last little talks here at half-time. You can see the passion there in the Chinese coach. She's getting up and about saying, come on, girls. This is not what we came here for. We're all about this. Good to see a little bit of passion, though. Trying to drive her troops. And New Zealand, much the same. And New Zealand are very ready. They are just sitting under the shade in the tent.
Yeah, as we see some replays coming up there, Clark and Rush with a little sneaky one off the...
And this is this feed here to Jakeman. That was a great feed. Just amazing feed there from Mowat.
Yeah, we can see Jakeman had 2 or 3 metres on her opponent there.
And Jakeman looked inside, threw it to Perry, and Perry went, oh, there's Briar Bertram. We should give that good inside look up the top, and this is Coy's just hit. That was a sweet shot.
Right up in the top corner there.
Sweet shot.
Yeah, New Zealand, we could see from those highlights, you know, just really happy to move the ball. If the player's open, they're happy to give that extra feed, shift the goalkeeper.
They're always looking for another pass, aren't they? Which does. The goalie can't get set, so they're always moving. They're not stationary.
Yeah, we can see China starting with an extra defender behind the restraining line.
Also starting with Zai in the centre up against Archer. So trying to get their big guns into the game. Zai, Lamb, and Zai and Lamb fighting hard for it.
And Sawecki, so they're bringing their experienced players into the mix.
And Lamb picks up the ball and tries to extract herself and does that very well. Now over to Zai. Zai gives it back to Lamb. Good knockdown there from the New Zealand defender, but still scrapping hard there at China. And a great work from Danny Hadwin. And good pick up through the middle. And oh no, it's going back the other way. Ooh. Okay, so just a wrong arm there. And Sawecki will take the ball.
Yeah, Lauren Matchett did well getting her stick up into the lane because Lauren Lamb was...
Good knockdown there from the defender.
Yeah, Rutherford, again, just they're getting their sticks in those passing lanes, New Zealand, and making these feeds really difficult for China.
So a push called there. Sawecki will take the ball again.
She's got Zai open in the middle.
Sawecki looks to fire early. Cox, and that's a race from about 4 people. China win it.
Yeah, well backed up. You always want those ones backed up as a coach.
So Cindy Jai. Queen Yuan, that is. To Cindy Jai. Oh, good inside cut. Good look there. And Sawecki doesn't normally miss too many on that bottom corner, but good save there from Josie Cox.
Great save from Cox, and Sawecki just, we've seen her put those away a lot high, so alternating her shots, but unsuccessfully on that occasion.
So kicks it to Matchett. Matchett to Hadwin. Hadwin fires up the top there to Rutherford. Rutherford, she was a goal scorer yesterday. She says, I'm in offence. Oh, here I am in offence. Give me the ball. Nice cut there from Unsworth. Just didn't quite look up quickly enough there, Bertram. Bertram trying to take her opponent to where she wants to shoot. And probably not the greatest shot in the world, to be honest.
Yeah, Unsworth was wide open in that right-hand shooter position. So
Bertram, I think she had it in her mind that she was going to, or just running into massive trouble here, but able to get it over there to Yuan. And Queen of Yuan has Michelle Zai on her right-hand side and will look to just get out of the vision of the official and give it to Michelle Zai. Michelle Zai looks down. Great pass there to Lamb, and Lamb lighting up the top shelf.
you could see Michelle Zai just give the head nod to Lauren Lamb there before they started. So the two of them working these 2-on-2.
Little connection, both slides. Great take, and what a finish. Not leaving Josie Cox with too many opportunities there.
No, and the pass from Zai was well and truly pinpoint accuracy over the shoulder of Lamb, so she didn't have to change direction.
Didn't break stride either, did she?
Just took it over her shoulder, turned and let that go. So New Zealand just a bit more communication on those slides.
So China get the first one of the third term. And it's taken about 4 minutes to do that. But New Zealand win it out of the middle. Mow it. Rolls around. Oh, that's just making Brooke Bolstead test the hamstrings out. Nikki Fordyce looks to go quickly. As Perry. Up the top there to Fu. Fu with the ball.
Again, patient offence from New Zealand.
So back to Perry. Bertram with the ball. Looks inside. Oh, good feed there to Nikki Fordyce, but just having her stick held there, just about. And Nikki Fordyce, MVP from the last game. And just asking the defenders to go out. And they're both standing, Michelle.
It's a minor foul, I think.
Okay.
So she moves to the side.
Yeah.
And there's no free position.
No. So Zai in the middle. And just passes it out to Fu anyway. He kicks it over to Perry to Bertram. Bertram looking to go one-on-one on this bottom corner. Decides not to. To Bolstad. Back to Fu. And back to Mowat.
Much better defense from China. A few earlier slides, bit more communication.
And just looking like they're covering a few more lanes at the moment, but not that lane, as that lane gets well and truly driven through. And Lily Fu says, get out of my way, here I come. And straight down the middle of the road.
Yeah, that's a great first cut from Bertram, sliding across. Good lane being opened up, and actually did really well to hold that with 3 defenders coming in.
Just that pace, though. You love to see pace.
Yeah, it's hard to stop when they're on the move.
Very hard to stop. Lily Fu with her second of the day. And just pop that up the top shelf as well.
Yeah, that's good team offense from New Zealand, creating lanes that people can then drive into. So multiple options, and they took that high percentage one at the end.
So whistle blows to start play again. Draw ends up deep in New Zealand's territory, and got a pre-check there, and that's going to go to China. And there's that Lamb there. She's everywhere. Lauren Lamb working extremely hard for her team. Ishin.
Great back up from Sawecki there.
Been really impressed with Sawecki too. She just seems to have a fair bit of time with the ball. And can certainly shoot small holes.
Yeah, it's been her finishing that's been really impressive, because she's had a lot of pressure and she's absorbed that and been able to get those shots off.
So flag on the plate, up to Michelle Zhang. Michelle Zhang just throws the ball back there to Zhang Peng. And Peng will have an opportunity here for China. 10-2 is the score, 7:40 to go in the third quarter. And Peng looks over, finds Zai. And Michelle Zai gets a free space goal.
And you'll see that immediate whistle on the free space call rather than the flag being held as we saw for the previous one.
They don't want those dangerous shots.
No, protecting the player that's on the inside.
Oh, looks to Lamb, and Lamb again gets a...
Another free space call.
She's almost caught that and thought, here comes my free space goal.
Yeah, she didn't even look like she was going to be able to let that go.
And I'm suggesting Lamb is going to the cooker. She's going straight to the cage.
She is. New Zealand have closed off a few of those other options.
Lamb gets inside. Great pressure, but Lamb, quality lacrosse player.
Yeah, and we've seen her able to really protect her stick as she's driving in, and then just steps out and frees up her arms for the finish. So, protecting, and then...
And what I love about it is while Lauren Lamb has put the goal in, and it's her second, she was down the back corner here fighting for that ground ball out of the centre draw.
Yeah,
she's doing a lot of work.
Tremendous amount of work through that midfield.
And then just goes...
Thank you very much. I'll put one away.
I don't mind that. And then goes straight into defence. So Michelle Zai, and we're going to whistle here. And at 6 minutes and 5 seconds, we are going to have a timeout. I believe that will be charged to China. So 10-3 is the score. And the goalie coming off, giving a little bit of love there to her teammate.
Yeah, she was happy with that one. I think she'd be happy for them to keep the ball down in that offensive end for a little bit longer.
I think she'll be ecstatic if it's down there and she gets to watch lacrosse all day like we do. And we hope you are joining us on the Australian Lacrosse Network and enjoying everything that we're bringing to you.
Yeah, we've seen China tightening up a bit defensively there. So, just making those small adjustments, and that would have been something that they talked about at halftime.
So Peng, Lamb and Zai really starting to, they're those sort of key playmakers, I think, in that China team.
Yeah, Sawecki certainly getting some options down in those tight
Being
corners.
That finisher.
Yeah. and Lamb and Zai doing a lot of work through the midfield. So we've also seen Queenie Yuen stepping up, number 3.
Yep.
She's built her game each one, getting a little bit more confidence. So this is a great opportunity for China against really quality opposition in New Zealand.
As Michelle Zai makes her way out to the centre draw, will find herself in there with Olivia Archer. And 6 minutes to go in the third term. It is Zai and Archer to do battle in the centre. You can see Zawecki just off the back end of the midfield now. Great take there. And that is Coy's.
She's been really dominant in that position with that reach. Really strong and good control with one hand.
So New Zealand with the ball in attack. Comes to the centre draw. Player there in Archer. Finds Unsworth. And back to Coys. And down on the bottom here is Perry. Perry's had a good game today too.
Yeah, she has hit the scoreboard quite early and a couple of really good assists.
So Coys. And now just a heap of space being set up for her here too. Looking to drive through. Not there. But she's guarded by Lauren Lamb, so that's probably not the one you take on. Lee is guarding Fu. And good defense there. But Archer continues to go. And I don't believe that the China coaches were that happy with that call, because there was a big collective no as that got called.
Yeah, I was just watching Ishen's defense, number 12, off the ball. So much better body position. And then you see her able to slide on that one. So I think they're certainly improving defensively.
Archer. Let's see how good a shot she really is. And Archer up the top. Doesn't even bother with it. Looks down. Nice little inside to Unsworth. Unsworth just ducks the head. And that is going to be a in the crease call. And China will relieve through Chu.
Yeah, there was no room there to burrow through, was Unsworth.
Sheng Lin decides to switch the ball to the other side.
Running into trouble there.
Jen Lee. But ball now with Zheng Peng. And releases it up forward to Michelle Zai. Michelle Zai just looks like she's got all the time in the world. It is a 10-3 game here. Michelle Zai looks like she wants to go and does. Oh, that's a great finish there from Michelle Zai. Had looked like she wanted to just isolate that defender and found the bottom corner. Talk us through this one,
Yeah,
Michelle.
Sawecki goes hard early and is an option and takes away her defender. And then we know that Michelle Zai's got a fantastic split dodge and just steps around there.
A little 5-hole.
Yeah, we've seen her really happy to take those shots on really tight angles. So she's a prolific finisher. That's a tough shot.
That's a very tough shot coming off that dodge. And just managed to find the space down near the feet of Josie Cox and puts one away. She has 1 goal, 1 assist, Michelle Zai. And ball about to be reset. New Zealand 10-4. So China have done well. They're just starting to get a couple back. A little bit more offense being played here and on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and I think New Zealand have now brought Bolstead back into the middle.
But we haven't seen Bolstead basically all game, which was your MVP. Should I just say that? Pre-game. Not that I'm smiling in the box here. She might come out and get 6 now.
Yep.
And they might just go, well, we're on there.
We know that
We don't speak too early.
she does like to get this ball at the top and use her speed and strength to drive through. So.
And this is the one. This is the setup. This is the get down, pass back. And there's a 3-second call here, is there? And the China coach is very unhappy, and her hat, I'm glad it's not breakable, because that may have hit the grass at an awful speed.
Yeah,
So
she certainly let us know she wasn't happy with that one.
But good defense there. Bertram just loses the ball and then face plants the ground. Hopefully she is okay. But there's an offside here, and that ball's going to China. And that's exactly what both officials saw. So Bertram not being able to... So China with the ball through Lamb. Lamb's just as likely to carry the ball right down here. But if she could hold on to it. But New Zealand, I think their boots have been caught up here.
I think they're tangled up, yeah.
I think they are tangled up, and they just release each other. And hopefully they're all right. Now, there's a funny thing in sport, isn't it? When you see both shoelaces just get tied up together, and down they go. But no damage done to either player, which we like to see. Don't want to see any injuries, if at all possible, to our athletes.
New Zealand pressuring through the midfield there.
Just Cheng Lin taking her eyes off the ball there. Runs into Fordyce. Back to Jodie Chu. Chu says, let's go. She's got an outlet on this outer side, but can't quite handle the ball. And Bolstad comes in, and there might be a knee there. That looks like she's holding her knee. There's a player down on the right near the scorer's bench. There's a goal scored there by Chen Li, but it's the player that's holding her knee that I'm keeping my eye on here.
Yes.
Went down right in front of the box. Just got almost tangled up there, and the training staff there for China have got her there.
Yeah, she went down straight away, didn't she, and grabbed her knee. So I think just an awkward twist there, and she hasn't moved. So
And we hope Zhao Nashan is okay, but did go down and clutch that knee straight away. So they will just give her a little bit of time here, as there is an injury. Well, it's at the end of and getting up, not able to put any pressure on that leg and on that knee there. Already has her knees taped, so tells me that there might already be some knee issues, and they're just taking her straight into the bunker there. So we'll try and get an update on that one. But Zhao Nanshan